Since the beginning of cars, man has been changing them. And once he found out he could take a roadster and take the springs out of it and it lay down low, yeah, it's low.
I'm a dedicated, bona fide lowrider for life.
People think it's easy to build on a lowrider, but it's not. They think you just put rims on it and roll. It ain't that. It's about in the heart, and it's about ride. You know what I'm saying?
Lowriding is me. I live to lowride, and lowride lives in me.
Because we the oldest black club that I know of in California.
South Central. The public feel like everybody in lowrider is a gangbanger, dope dealer, and asshole. But you know, it's not like that.
No, the future looks really bright for lowriding. Now, the only thing that we have to change is the perception that the police have about us or the community has about us.
There are people that aren't interested in lowriding. There are people that aren't interested in hanging out that are being caught in their behavior.
Oh, it's a lifestyle. Just the enjoyment of cruising. When you have enough people with you and they all look good, you shine together. You know, ain't nothing wrong with a little shining.
Long Beach in the house, yeah. Oaktown, Oakland definitely in the house. Frisco, yeah.
To me, a lowrider is a car of romance. Because when you're in your lowrider, your car's just dipping and you got on your low music and it's just cool.
Shake it, Cali. West Coast.
Back in the 80s, that's when blacks really start having a car looking show material like, you know what I'm saying? Craig Parker, when he was really riding, Mexicans had clean cars. And he was one of the guys that had cars cleaner than Mexicans. He had a show material car on the street. So he was up there with them, and that gave people incentive to make their cars better and gave other blacks in other clubs, especially in LA, the incentive to ride, you know what I'm saying, to have nice cars. They see a black person can do their car like a Mexican's car, that means any other person can do their car like that.
Like back in the day, now the lowriders you got now, they cars don't lay. Like back in the days when I had my car, it laid. My 57 laid so hard, the back bumper would be on the ground. I can put quarters underneath it. With nobody getting out, I wouldn't get nothing out from underneath it. And I wore all the sides of the frame and everything. This car laid hard. And you know, that was my MO from laying, laying. I used to sit there and just lay it all the way down and it just burned the tires. I smoke the tires and I step out and don't even put it in park and just be a cloud of smoke all inside the car. And the whole parking lot, I smoked the whole parking lot and everything. That's how hard it would lay. That's laying.
People trip off of seeing the car going on the thing. They see it dipping, and it looks good. See, it don't nothing look good to me except when it's laying flat on the ground, because I'm from, the old school, and I'm low. At that time, when I was coming up, it was how low can you go? Now it's how high can you go?
started doing hydraulics in '71, and I was doing it at home, and really from there on I've been doing it, but I've had the shop for 3 years now. We basically do everything here, but it's on the customer. They bring enough money, we do everything. We only do what they pay for. Framework started about in '85, and the reason why is because a lot of the guys, when they start advancing their hydraulics with more power, the frames start tweaking and going in. And normally with your first car, you start off small, but the thing is now everybody wants all the power, and they don't even be concerned about knowing how to hit the switch. They was like, I'll learn. And they tear them up over and over. But they keep coming back because they want to learn. But once they learn, they get better. This is what we call frame reinforcement right here. Is where we put the metal in the center part. This is normally what goes out in the frame. And the frame goes in like this. All this stuff right here collapses and cracks up. So what we do, we put metal inside of it and around it. And the reason why we do the whole frame is because when you strengthen it up in one area, it makes the rest of it weak around the outside of it. If you want to save your car, this is really what you need to do to it.
There's a certain wheel that tell you what year you've been low riding and what kind of hydraulics, what kind of paints they had.
You ask a motherfucker the first wheel he had on his car when he saw a low riding, motherfucker say Zeniths, he been around a while.
Yeah.
And the motherfucker say big hubs and laces, he been around longer. Motherfuckers get back to Kragers and all that.
True spokes and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah. Because true spokes came after Kragers. You know what I'm saying? When you get to going back like that, you know a motherfucker been around riding.
Dayton was the main one in style. It was one of the first major wheels that was expensive. Everybody wanted a Dayton, and a lot of things happened over a Dayton. You know what I'm saying? Fights, killings, you might as well say. It got to come from Ohio. If it's not from Ohio, some people getting wheels that's from, you know, probably LA now. They got a lot of wheels that look just like Dayton. But it don't have the name as Dayton. But if it don't have the name as Dayton, I don't want it.
What's unique about these rims that if you look at them, there's no lug nuts on them. We use this lead mallet and we hit the knockoff a certain way and it'll loosen the rim. And that's how you take the rims off and on.
Us as low riders, as major players or known low riders, will always keep the Dayton wheel. And look at it, it's a nice wheel. So it costs a lot too. I can pay rent with that. But anyway.
Power.
Everything's in a hurry nowadays. A lot of people, they want their cars done like right now, today, yesterday. So that way, you know, you can't really let a lot of the cars cure. For a real good paint job, somebody that really loves their car, it's best to like let the car cure for, if it was my car, I would let it cure for a year, but I wouldn't recommend that. Anytime for 30, 60 days is good. But that way, if it cures real good, everything from the bottom comes up, and you got a nice hard paint. You sand it, and it's just gonna look beautiful. But I got a guy that comes in, his name is Doc, and he comes in and do most of the designs and stuff like that. I can do them, but that's his thing.
A plain lowrider just doesn't say anything, you know. See, in a way, everybody needs a doctor. You know, and I'm just trying to put a magic touch to the car, you know, bring out the flavor in it. you can paint a car and ride down the street with it painted, people look and say, oh, that's nice, you know. But when they see designs, it's like, ooh, that's sweet. Huh. See, if I was doing it from the other side, I could pull from there. We'll start with this and see what happens. We're not right unless it has a little touch of something. Laying on the ground like that all the designs say, get down. Creative time. If you look at all the lines on the car, they all slope towards the ground. And that accents get down. It makes the car look lower, and the designs go with low. See, and if I did a car that was up high, the designs would say get up, but these say get down. It's all about the way that you pull the tape, you know, the creativity. You know, something I've had in me all my life. I like to bring the ooey into a paint job because it's just a paint job, it's just ooh. But when you see it with my designs, it's ooh-wee. Yeah.
Best thing about lowrider to me, man, is just getting the project, just getting the car, you know what I'm saying? It don't look like nothing. You know what I'm saying? And just having a vision. Because every time I get a car and I build a car, you know, as soon as I see the car, I have a vision of what I want it to look like, how, you know, everything about it.
Each day through my window, I watch her as she passes by.
Because to me, when it's a finished product, this is better than a Van Gogh to me, you know? This is gonna be my pride and joy right here.
Lucky guy to have a girl like her.
I love fixing the car up. That's all part of the process, fixing it up to ride it, you know? But when the product is finished and you pull it out the driveway and you wash it and just wax it for the first time yourself and clean everything, cut the music on and you just look at it, you be like, damn, you know, look what I done did, you know?
Running away with me, it was just my imagination. Running away with me. Ooh, soon we'll be married.
You know, and once that vision come together and I put it together and it's complete and put it on the street and get in that motherfucker and just cut the oldies on and just, that motherfucker just get to dipping down the boulevard, shit, it ain't enough, shit, only feeling better than that is sex. You know what I'm saying? And it's real close to sex. You know what I'm saying? That's real.
This couldn't be a dream or too real.
The Santana, my homeboy gangster car, gangster. Felt in his heart that he needed to build something, you know, to go to the show. Something that Compton Majestics has never done. He was one of the first, and hope he's not one of the last that had front page on the Lowrider magazine. he done something to a 64 Chevy that nobody else has done. The Santana 64 is just an awesome car.
For his building a car and making it #1 throughout the United States, he did that. The Santana shows that.
The car is part of my neighborhood and also part of the Majestic Car Club.
Just my imagination running away with
Me, I think a Majestic plaque, when you put it in your car, it's like a reward. It's something that you deserve and you got because your car looks good. G gives it to you so you can roll. Now this is for you. So I feel when he roll that, that's the best thing in the world, you know what I'm saying?
You know, we got a lot of pride to go with that plaque. You just can't put that plaque in any car looking any kind of way. When you put that Majestic plaque in the back of your window, you know, you can bet your last dollar your car gonna be tight, running good, look good, smell good. You know, everything is gonna be good about it.
When you put in a lowrider, people look at you different than riding your own car, regular car. They look at you like, oh, you know, you might be a model to somebody else, and especially if you got a plaque, that means a lot. See, a lot of people, they might see you in a lowrider, and it's easier for them to say, oh, we're gonna rob them or something. And then when they see a plaque, they show respect towards that plaque.
Really, I think the best thing is to have a plaque in your car to show that you belong to some type of club, you know, different than a gang club.
I got my original plaques. I don't want nothing to happen to. That's just like, you know, the rich people, they got their fake jewelry they wear out somewhere, and they got their good jewelry sitting in the safe still. That's how my plaque is. I treasure that plaque. I've been having that plaque for many years.
My brother used to take me to the skate depot all the time. I was about 16, but when we used to leave the skating ring, it probably would be maybe 10 cars out there. You just see that big old Majestic in the back, Majestic Compton. To me, it stood for something, Majestic Compton. That's my whole dream of when I was little. Now I'm 32 living out my dream as being a Majestic.
I only have good things to say. I mean, all the people that I know in the club, they're good people. I'm usually from Friday to Sunday night rolling, what we call rolling. And that is, we get in our cars and we're off to a picnic or a barbecue or to help someone out or to participate in a function, get together with other lowriders and do things together, not only with our club, but with other people that are doing the lowriding thing.
Since I've been in the Majestic, it seemed like I met more friends than I normally ever had. So it's like, you know, they all cool. It's like family. That's how I look at it. It's a big family.
I feel that there's a number of reasons why I was invited to join the Majestics. One was because ever since I first met Gangster, you know, it's like we got along like brother and sister type. Oh, and another reason could be because they know that I don't like men. I'm not after the guys, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get up under them and use my feminine wiles. If anything, I'd probably be out trying to get a girl, you know, like them, you know what I'm saying?
You know, back in the day, when we first started lowriding, it was only basically 5 really, you know what I'm saying, car clubs as far as, you know, blacks was concerned.
Because we the oldest black club that I know of in California.
My homeboy Turtle turned me on the lowride. Back then he had, I think it was a 69 Le Mans, you know, juiced it in the front on 20s and Quakers. You know what I'm saying? And shit, I love it, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's skating ring, partner.
You know, I wanted to be hanging with the big guys.
The reason why I got into Majestics is because what we were trying to do is bring all the community together, you know, because it's like if we start a car club and we go to different areas or neighborhoods where different gang members are from, if we could bring them all together and then we can come together like that, you know, try to bring some of the peace and get away from the streets, just go low ride, having fun with the families and, you know, just been doing things like that.
Put your hands down. Turn around. Who's got some ID? Eastside Santana.
Like when I started low riding in the Majestics, you know what I'm saying, we were still gang banging. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in the club basically, you know, was from some sort of gang, but you know, we had a few squares that wasn't gang banging, but I'd say 95% of us, you know, was from a gang, you know.
What gang?
I was from Santana Block, Compton, Crips.
First club I was in wasn't really the M. Santana Block, it don't stop.
You better watch out.
It's a M1 carbine, 32 rounds. I can go tab Lewis Park with this. I can kill about 32 people if I hit them all. Everything that's hooked up to gang activity, I think we've did. And we've been in jail, out of jail, and I think that's it about gang activity, unless you want me to explain you about gang activity.
If you want.
Nah, we might incriminate ourselves. I was over there on Willow Street, me and the homeboys, Turtle, and Rabbit, all of us was kicking over there on Willow Street over there by Fat Daddy house. And let me see, we was fixing on the ride, and about 20 guys outside. Yeah, about 20 of us outside. Blues came from behind the house shooting. And they, two twins got shot. That's a me and my brother. You know, twins at the same time, you know what I'm saying? They got me in the back and my brother in the nose. I rolled over on him, caught him over there by the tracks. I shot at him, and as I was rolling back towards the hood, the police swooped on me, and somebody up in the working on the telephone pole seen us while I threw the gun at, and they snagged me with the gun, took me to jail, Compton Crab. Santana Block. And like our neighborhood, Santana Block, we was like family, you know what I'm saying? We all kicked it like family. We did what we wanted to do. We ate at the same time. We stayed out, slept in cars, still at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
You got so many stories on stealing cars, you know. You could have your car blocked in by 2 or 3 cars, and your car, your lowrider could be right by your bedroom window, laid on the ground, and your window could be open. You know what I'm saying? And we still would get it.
We was still in the vehicle, you know, and we was getting in the car, and the guy started shooting at us. And we just said, he's shooting at us, and just started laughing. We were just looking at him shoot at us. You know, we started running, we came back. We even went back to mess with the car again so we can shoot some more.
Wiping off the vehicle. Anna.
So we didn't only steal, we took.
Yeah, took.
You know what I'm saying?
We really took.
We took a lot. You know? Somebody gave that nigga.
Yeah, I knew you was
somebody
a
gave McKinney.
I knew you was a free.
You know, we sold a little dope, a little PCP. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I went to jail in like in '82. I went to YA, right? And I got out like the beginning of '84. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when I got out in '84, you know, Turtle and Twin, they was in the penitentiary already. You know, when I got out and I like, you know, my homeboy Mondo and them, they, you know, came and picked me up with my mom and them, you know what I'm saying? And we went around the corner, he had a little spot, little, you know, you could call it a dope house or whatever, you know, so we go in the house, right? And he like, you know, what's up, homie? You want some freaks? You know, so, you know, I look at him like, nigga, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? How you got freaks that you can just get and, you know, be like here? You know what I'm saying? When I went to jail, you barely was fucking. And he like, tell him, you know what I'm saying? Do whatever he won't, give it to him, right? I look at him, right? I'm like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? And he just left out, right? So I'm like, fuck it, I get naked. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. You know, both of the women get naked, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, we do our thing, whatever, and then he come back, and I see him, he give him something, right? And they leave, some little bullshit. I'm like, man, what the fuck is that, man? You know what I'm saying? He like, you know what I'm saying? That's some, you know, that's some rocks. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what you mean rocks? It's like cocaine. I'm like, man, you gave them bitches that little bitty ass shit and they did all that? I'm like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I got to get some of that then. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I got to get some of that. So, you know, he told me that, you know, that's what he is doing, selling cocaine and shit, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, shit, he had his jewelry on. He was, you know, fresh. I'm like, you know, motherfucker ain't stealing no more, none of that shit, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? I got to do my thing too. So, you know, one of my homeboys, you know what I'm saying? You know, I ain't gonna mention his name, but you know, he gave me like 3 ounces of cocaine. You know, when I got out, he just gave it to me like, here, you know, do your thing. And you know, back then, you know what I'm saying, an ounce of cocaine was going for like $1,800 an ounce. You know what I'm saying? And you could double it, you know what I'm saying, selling rocks. You could make like shit, $3,600 off an ounce. So shit, 36 times 3. I'm like, shit, I'm in the game, right? So I got all that shit and I sold that shit. You know, I went and bought more and more, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, me and Mondo just started going half, just buying shit. And you know, before you know it, shit, we was like, shit, Porsches, my Benzes, Cadillacs, you know what I'm saying? We just, you know, the man balling out of control.
We known gang members, but we ain't into that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Know, you know,
we
it's like this.
That's the
we always gonna be from our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? But we not active members.
And a lot of people look at lowriders as just a wild bunch of dope dealers, no gang bangers, or just street people. And we want to give them an image that we're more than that. I mean, that's where we came from, but we want to show better, show that we are not what people look us to be.
When we have a new member join this car club, the first thing he needs to understand is there's no gangbanging involved. Very first thing. Whatever he does with his personal life has no reflection on the car club. That's his personal life.
So, you know, it's like this. If you gang banging and out there doing something you ain't supposed to be doing, and you in the Majestics, that means, you know, you don't care about us. Because you putting us on the front line with you. You know, so basically, you know, we don't do no gang, we don't gang bang in the club.
I think nowadays, a lot of the guys, older guys, are coming back. I think several guys in our club basically are a little bit older, and they're back and they're involved in it for their love of it, but for the fact that low riding isn't associated with bad things.
We meet once a week, every Saturday at 3 o'clock, you know, up at Kevin's hydraulic shop. You know, everybody pay $10 a week for dues.
And I feel that we are a legitimate car club. We've been around over 25 years. As far as I'm concerned, we just a car club that no different from a damn boating club or shit being a member of at the golf course, a golf club. We just a club too. The only difference is we just low riders.
Tell Gabby, come on, so we start the meeting, man.
Pressure radio.
Check this out, man. Let's go. Meet in order, man.
As a member of the Majestics, I don't affiliate with outside people because I don't know where their head is. I only affiliate with my club brothers, which is the Majestics. I have connection with my true brother, But these are my brothers too, and I spend more time with them than I do my real brother.
It's hard to find a motherfucker that's just dedicated to, you know what I'm saying, being a Majestic or any car club. Cause they got I know motherfuckers that have been in 5, 6 different car clubs. You know, me being in the car club is like being in the gang, you can't change. You know what I'm saying? If I was to get out the car club, I wouldn't be in no car club. It's just hard to find that true dedication. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing it so long, you know, it's just like second nature to me.
You know, we really getting tired of this when we supposed to ride on Sundays, man. You know, we supposed to leave at 3 o'clock, everybody coming at 4 and 3:30 and 5 o'clock. I'm talking about I'll meet you up there. You know what I'm saying? That's why we leaving at 3 o'clock. So it'll give you enough time to recuperate from Saturday or whatever. And we're gonna stop meeting over in Watts too. We're gonna start meeting right here at this spot and taking off. Because you know, motherfuckers getting too comfortable.
I think every club has a different flavor to it, but I think we all have the same love for showing our cars and competing with other cars and showing the work and effort that we've put into it, and the money.
The way we represent ourselves to show what we're doing in our life, in our lifestyle, is by your car.
I really take a good time. I wrecked my car Saturday. Can we throw a car wash show? But a fundraising for you help get your car together? Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm down with it.
I'm down with that.
Everybody should be down with it.
I know where to get a front end at.
I'm giving the car wash here today because I had an accident on my car. So the club members is helping me get my car together. I got a 68 Chevy just like this one. Hopefully when I get it done, it'll be just as clean as this one, you know.
Twin. Nay, nay. Yeah. Right. D-Mac.
Have you ever seen any other club loan money to help get a car? You know what I'm saying? We give them that kind of action.
I ain't gonna knock nobody for the way they get their money. But the average motherfucker in our car club got a 9-to-5 job, you know what I'm saying, work every day, trying to do the right thing, and taking care of their family.
That'll spread around the nation. Get up, clap your hands and feel the groove. You see, people like me.
They out here, I hope they stay out here all day so I can get enough money to fix my car.
Down, down.
Yeah.
Next Saturday, man, we're gonna be in this what's the parade?
No, it's March.
March.
Fathers
The
against
19th.
crime March.
Yeah. Mothers against crime.
Fathers.
Thought it was parents against crime.
Parents against crime.
Somebody against crime.
Mothers against crime.
Yeah, my boy AC, the vice president, he's the vice president of the Majestics.
It's on the 19th. I'm gonna tell y'all fellas, man, it's mandatory.
When I was speaking earlier about a motherfucker that was dedicated to the M, Majestic to the fullest, if more motherfuckers was like AC, man, our club would be unstoppable. The drill team, that's something that my homie AC and his wife Jenny and them wanted to, you know, to start in the projects, because, you know, it's a lot of young girls around there, you know, that really don't have nothing to do, ain't got nobody to look up to, you know, been physically abused and, you know, things like that, you know, so they want to, you know, get them some kind of activity, you know, something that they can belong to.
Well, we're trying to do something with the kids in the community, try to, you know, be there for them and help them do better things that we didn't get a chance to do.
All right. Don't be afraid, young man.
Y'all hit them hard on the ground, they threw all the
But the little league team, they real cool. I like watching them little guys.
2, 4, 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? Majestic! Majestic! Yeah!
I'm the hot dog, the to run a honest monologue, install poetic inserts, and yes, y'all. My speech is like holding 2 blocks apiece. The outreach that rock police. The super Avenger, member, tenor, Poseidon, adventure, swimmer, rewrite the Emmy winner, get hype off any printer, and I came to get it, hit it.
I want to do all kind of things, you know what I'm saying? As far as, you know, I'm concerned, being majestic means something to me. You know, it means a lot to me.
What does it mean to you?
Man, it's love. You know what I'm saying? I love being a majestic. You know what I'm saying? I love it. You know, just like, you know, when I was gang banging, I loved gang banging. I was serious about gang banging. I'm just like that as far as being a majestic. Don't nothing come closer to that but my family, you know?
I think it's more fun to be with a group of people when we're going somewhere, to be with 5, 10, 15, 20 cars going down the road. That's exciting.
Well, rolling together is a lot safer, first of all. When you roll alone, you're taking a big chance because it's so very easy to be jacked for your car by yourself because you have no way of looking completely all the way around you. But if you roll in a club with members, it's much safer because there's less of a chance of somebody trying to take your car while you got 6 or 7 or maybe more cars with this one car.
Guy walked up to me, asked me what time it was, stuck the gun to my head. I said, whatever you want, you can have it. He said, move over. And I had my little son at the time, my 8-month-old son. And I actually threw him out of the car because I know one bullet would have killed him.
Anything could occur in this day and time. So out of safety for yourself, it's best to ride in a unit. It's never safe to ride alone. And even if you do ride alone, you should always have 1 or 2 passengers with you at all times. And it's not best to stop completely at the light in case you have to take off from somebody coming to your car unexpectedly.
He said he gonna kill me. I said, well, you gotta kill me. So first bullet, he shot me right in the chin. And then I stepped out of the car, he just unloaded the gun on me.
Nobody never tried to carjack me. Most of the time I enjoy just rolling by myself anyway. You know, ain't nothing like letting the top down, just cutting the oldies on and just cruising out, just rolling, you know what I'm saying? You know, but now, you know, it ain't no different now from then as far as the carjacking go. They was taking cars then. Matter of fact, I was one of them back there taking cars then too. You know?
He didn't get the car, but
He didn't?
nah, he didn't get the car. Because I think when he shot me, I foiled his plan from getting away. And then I got shot like 6, 7 times.
Get up! Get on down! Gotta get up, gotta get up, gotta get up!
Crenshaw is a spot, man. You know, we've been hanging out on Crenshaw, you know what I'm saying, since the end of the 70s, you know?
Cruising Crenshaw or hanging out on Crenshaw, it's being with your peers, people who feel the same way you do about their cars. It's a place where you can compete or get ideas about what you want to do to your car, who has a good car, who has a car that hops high. It's just a meeting place.
It's just a show rolling on the street. That's all. A show, car show on the street where you don't have to pay.
I like Crenshaw. I'm a married man, but I like Crenshaw because of the scenery. We got the cars, you got the girls. That's a big thing. I just think it's a spot.
You know what's happening on the show, females. That's all that's out there. I mean, I go out there to see other cars and hope she's not listening. My girl, other girls also, you know, looking but don't touch, you know, that kind of thing, you know. As long as you come home, that's the best thing in the world.
Just trying to find somewhere to relax and just kick it, show our cars off. You know, I put a lot of work into my cars, you know. Hard work. I don't want to, you know, put all that work into them and then just lock them up in the garage. Basically, every time I take it out, I plan on at least spending from $100 to $300 to get it fixed. You know, I want somebody to see them. I want them to say, damn, that car clean, you know. I want my recognition.
This truly is your life. I mean, you go to work, and you come home, and your goal is to get this part or to do this to your car, and you can't wait for the weekends to get together with other guys and go do your things.
Let me see what else about this show. Oh, I don't like the police out there. I mean, I can understand somebody out there shooting and all that kind of thing, but it ain't been that. It ain't been no killings, nobody trying to take no car. So when it's like that, I think they should leave us alone.
I think the cops basically give us a hard time because they are fighting the last war. It happens sometimes. They're fighting a war that, you know, from back in the mid-'80s when everybody that drove a lowrider had a gun or something in their car or were, you know, didn't have a job. Or I think there was a time when basically if you drove a lowrider, you were associated with that kind of thing.
Because, you know, back in the 80s, it was really wilder back then because that's when everybody was gangbanging. You know, right now, everybody trying to kick it and whatever and just relax and ain't nothing even going on.
Yeah, in the 80s and early 90s, Crenshaw Boulevard was out of control. We had a couple of shootings. In fact, we had a couple of killings that we associate to the cruising activity.
You know, the police, they make it look like, you know, everybody that's a low rider running around, gang banging and shooting motherfuckers up and all that. You know, basically the low riders don't never get into nothing because everybody know each other and they respecting that. You know what I'm saying? They leave that bullshit for when they ain't low riding, if they still gang banging.
There have been violent crimes as well as a whole host of misdemeanor crimes, vandalisms, different types of batteries. We have recovered just a number of guns. You add the alcohol, you add the aggression of some of these folks, and keep in mind we're talking about gang members or ex-gang members or just some people that just show up and want to cause problems and they know that this is a large crowd where that can happen.
These niggas got cameras and everything and they watching shit.
Hey, you better gain some weight. Maybe they're bringing you motherfucking hot then. I'm getting some. I'm getting
some. Car, you can still show your car off without having to go nose to nose with another car to see how high you can out-jump it.
I got a headache walking with your fat ass.
Certainly when you have a contest like that, I imagine there's probably been more than one or two disputes about who the winner was.
A win, a loss, a loss. Look, he can't even look at me. Yeah, this nigga want to be fat right now. There you go. Yeah, fat man won.
Some of the guys on Crenshaw, guys that couldn't get along 5 years ago, But now that we all low ride, whatever done happened is forgotten.
Bear witness. 2020 on the next brother stepping to me wrong. I mess around and make you achieve my theme song. This might seem wrong, but this is a mean song. Crushed like King Kong and just like ping pong. Back and forth, I spit mile and toss. It's time to floss. My verbal affirmation is to always go off. When syllables slide.
We're writing a lot of traffic citations for those people that commit traffic violations. We do have our gang, our crash officers on the boulevard investigating gang activity when it occurs. And so just having a more visible police presence has been pretty effective.
This is the police. I need all vehicles not in the stall to be moved, or they will be cited and they will be towed. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated.
I think they see us as easy prey. They know that having hydraulics in your car is a ticket, and anything they get after that is gravy. So what they're doing now, as opposed to harassments physically, they're trying to do it economically.
When you see them driving up and down the street in these cars, making them go up and down, it distracts their visual perspective of the road, plus their ability to be able to control the car. And then plus, because of the stress that's placed on the vehicle, many times it can cause the car to malfunction. We've seen cars lose tires and go out of control. So it's basically an unsafe vehicle.
You know, really all they're doing is wasting their time when they can be out there trying to catch some murderers and rapists and thieves. Instead, they out there giving us bullshit traffic tickets.
I think the unfortunate thing, and it's a perceptual issue, obviously gangsta and the people that drive these cars, they don't believe, and you probably not get them to believe that they're causing problems.
They got a special task force just on Sundays for low riding. You know what I'm saying? And that's a waste of taxpayers' money. And they need a special task force just for catching some damn criminals. You know, instead of trying to sweat somebody for a damn hydraulic ticket or a tires too small ticket, you know, they try to make this situation explosive.
Monster X, Los Angeles Police Department, you're under arrest?
Yeah, you don't need a ticket to go to Crenshaw. I mean, it's supposed to be public, free. This is America. You should be able to go where you want to go.
I understand how the police feel. They're out there. They think that it's going to be drama, because sometimes you have that. So I can understand how they feel. But they got to also try to understand how we feel. If you shut it down, then you're shutting it down for stuff to happen. I mean, you know, if we don't have nothing to do or nowhere to go, what else do? You go back to your old ways. And if that's gang banging and doing whatever, that's what you get. But on Sundays, that basically on Crenshaw, I think that gives you a whole new way of life.
I ain't out, you know, to start no trouble. You know, I ain't looking for no trouble. I ain't out to fuck with nobody. I just want to, you know, do my thing, you know, and just leave me alone. Let me do my thing. Let me be happy, you know? That's all.
Well, I would suggest to gangster to go anywhere other than Crenshaw Boulevard.
All I want to do is low ride. You know, and kick it, enjoy my family, live my life, and, you know, just have a good time, you know? That's all I want to do.
Eighteen people are under arrest at a major drug ring has been busted after a sweep through Compton and Linwood. Officers confiscated an arsenal of weapons, 70 pounds of cocaine, 40 pounds of marijuana, $250,000 in a fleet of lowriders. Officers say that the Compton gang had ties to a Mexican drug cartel.
This call is from a federal prison.
As far as my arrest goes, it have nothing to do with low ride. You know, that don't invalidate or validate it either way, one way or another. You know what I'm saying? That's just me and my individual choice.
Ha! What you see
It's what you get. It's what you get. What you see. What you see. It's what you get. It's what you get. I said what you see. It's what you get. Now, baby. It's what you get.
We miss him. I mean, I think nobody can run the club better than he has.
Shit, I'm gonna represent to the day I die. I'm always have a lowrider. Even if I can't drive the motherfucker, I'm gonna have one sitting up in the garage.
When you get out, what kind of car are you gonna build?
I got to have me a rag car 59.
I don't know what to say about it. They're just trying to be like us. The clothes like us, but the color ain't. Praise the Lord. Anyway. And they still got the M on there. The M is worth nationwide. Well, everybody want to be part of this. Next thing you know, baby's going to be putting it on their bottle. Put it on there, say I'm part of the Israel.
What you see is what you get. It's what you get. I mean, what you see.
People thought we were over with. I mean, only the strong survives. And I think we were one of the strongest, you know what I'm saying?
Well, Twin's the president right now.
Little itty bitty twin.
You know Twin, the one who will only ride with Dayton's.
Gangster was a man, Twin was the man next to Gangster now. Twin, the man.
That's right.
And another thing we had to jump into on meetings, man. I don't give a fuck where a meeting's gonna be at. Y'all got to be there. You see, we don't got no stable place where we having our meeting. We gonna say we gonna have a meeting in Timbuktu, whatever. We having it there. Don't question where we gonna have a meeting at. Being a president now is a big responsibility. Sometimes I don't think I can handle it because I realized G had a big responsibility. I mean, you know, it's hard to keep everybody in order, trying to keep the rules right, everybody doing the right thing. It's just hard. I'm not the president. I'm the interim president. You know, when the person leaves, I'm waiting for him to come back. So I'm just holding the fort until he gets back. You know what I'm saying? Did that sound good, though? Nigga G, I'm taking over this shit. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. Nigga, this the M. Nigga, it's under my name now. G, I'm sorry, cuz.
The best thing yet. The best thing yet. What you see is what you get. I got a real love. The golden gate. I got a real you get. What you see, baby, baby. It's what you get. It's what you get. Look at me now. What you see.
It's hard to find a motherfucker that's just dedicated to being a Majestic or any car club. You know, I still think about him all the time. You know, I still got an AC rest in peace on my Blazer on the windshield. I ain't gonna never take it off.
Ha! What you see, is what you get. It's what you get. What you see,
You know, sometimes when you had a stereo blasting, I mean, you need to hear what your car's doing, like your switches, and you know, I do my switches by sound, you know, hearing them, how the motor's doing and how she's working and what the car sound like. When you got that stereo up, you know, but hey, fuck it.
Some people are made of plastic. And you know some people are made of wood.
I'm gonna do my best to represent and be there for the guys, the old guys, and the new guys, and the guys that's here.
Some people to do good. But maybe.
You know, lowriding, I've been lowriding for over 20 years. And I don't think I'll never stop.
As a real can get. If what you're looking for is real.
You know, I don't want to advertise and get overloaded. Then that's when the customer starts bad mouthing, saying he had my car for a year, 2 years, and you know.
What you see is what you get. It's what you get. What you see is what you get. It's what you get.
What was the first thing you painted?
The first thing I painted, my dog. Boy, yeah.
It's the best thing yet. The best thing yet.
You can be as wide as that front door, but if you have a nice car, you're automatically going to draw attention. Females going to be drawn to you because of your car. And that gives you a great feeling.
The reason I took the secretary because I wanted to be more, not just a member, but because I'm really into this. Because I always thought about seeing other people riding, so I always wanted to be one too. So I had a chance to get my first lowrider, and I fixed it out and I joined in. And as the time came in, I put another car together. And I got kind of famous out there.
This is a madman's gun, a double barrel.
Yeah, got you into
a man's man gun. A man that go kill with this is really mad.
Well, after I buy my Harley, then I probably will fix up a lowrider myself.
The best thing yet.
So why don't you guys talk about your relationship with each other? How long have you
Relationship
known each
together,
other?
like we kicking it like that?
Yeah, you know you my girl.
Nigga, don't put your hand on me like that, boy.
I've been grabbing your ass for 30
This nigga, you ain't got this on no camera, do you?